fan-freaking-tastic. It has been a long time since I've gone live because I haven't wanted to. And so I haven't. Such is life. Anyways, I am at Giggy B's, which is a bar right down the road from my house. And it is Wednesday, January 17th, 2024 at 6:33 p.m. Mountain Time. You'll notice everything I do, I try to always include timestamps because I believe time is the most valuable asset each and every one of us own. And we can never relive it. We can never change what we did with it. And so it's really our choice how we treat time. And I treat it the way I look at time. We are born as rich as we will ever be, and we get poorer and poorer. Yes, you get more money, but at the end of the day, money cannot buy time. It cannot extend your life. Yes, you can be more healthy and stuff like that. But in all seriousness, money is the easiest commodity to get. So how you value that compared to your time is a very important question to ask yourself, in my opinion. So everything I do is around my belief that the true value of time has never been accounted for in our society. And what that means is we cannot, under any circumstance, go back in time and change what we do. We cannot go back and invest in a different company. We cannot go back and work at a different company. We cannot go back and not break up with someone. We cannot go back and break up with someone. Once something is written in history, it is written in history. And so my goal is to incorporate the true value of time into our society. I call my idea, my dream, my vision, America's Holding Company. It's designed to be a holding company that operates based on the number of years someone has been involved with what we do. And so I've created this. I've been working on it for about 2 years now. It is, at this point, it's pretty much my private holding company as an individual. But this is the weekly update that I am going to start doing on a regular basis. This is all practice. I am in no way, shape, or form an expert, but over the next 40 years, I plan on becoming an expert. And so this is the journey. And that's what people, when you follow me, when you engage with the content, when you're part of what we're doing, you're part of that journey through time to wherever we end up being. So my goal is every Wednesday to go to a restaurant somewhere out in public where people can join me and go over this information, update of where the holding company is at, how it works, answer questions, and just hang out with people. So everything in this presentation was compiled on January 12th. So all the screenshots, everything you see is true as of last Friday. And it will be updated every Friday. And then I will go live every Wednesday going over this presentation. This is everything I do is based on my beliefs. And my belief is, as a leader, the most important thing you can do is share your vision with your team so they understand what you're trying to do. So this is week 2, January 2024. The agenda, I want to go over business model, financial updates, product updates, what's the board of directors and ownership updates, current buyers available for Class C shares, if anybody has those, Class B share, selling options, Class B earning rate, and then who's on the team, who's already helping us, who's on my personal team, and then what are our team needs? Where are we trying to go? And again, this is live number 1. It's probably going to be awful. Probably no one's going to be watching, which is great. That's why we call it practice. Life is not about being perfect. It's about working towards a goal. And that's what we're doing here. So let's dive in. So first, the business model. I believe we exist in two worlds simultaneously. The real world, where in the real world, I work at Kitech Automation. I'm head of HR and marketing, and it is my responsibility to take care of every single one of our employees. And I am beyond proud that that is my responsibility. That's why I want to be in HR. So that's what I do in the real world. But in the virtual world, who am I? What am I? I'm a blog. Essentially, I am a blog that documents this idea, this journey of where we're trying to go. And so when people get involved, they're getting ownership in the blog, in the media company that we are. And so how it works is Justin DC Stevens is my blog URL. And then from there, I drive people, which this is very small to see. So from there, I've got in my header some links for affiliate marketing. And the main link is to Kitech Automation. So as I create content, I'm sending people to my blog, which will then send people to Kitech or anywhere else I want. So I look at my blog like my link tree. So when someone meets me, I want them to know me and then go to the businesses I support, then go where I work and stuff like that. So the blog is where we collect the leads, and then we've got some affiliate stuff and stuff we do. It drives revenue into America's holding company, and people can subscribe to the National Tax Strategy Program or the annual Christmas ornament subscription box from there. When they subscribe, they're subscribing. So like when a business subscribes to America's holding company, the National Tax Strategy Program, they're subscribing to this content I am already creating. I am already doing production on the National Tax Strategy Education Program. And that's the point of it. That production, so like these lives, it's designed to drive people back to the blog. And this is how we cycle. We're cycling attention, we're cycling time, we're cycling the people that are involved with what we're doing. So at this moment in time, we have about $300 of MRR. That comes from 6 active subscribers in what we're doing. And the goal is to grow that to more than 6. You can see here our spend per customer is about $68. I've not been doing anything with this, guys. To be totally transparent, the reason I live my life the way I do is because the most important thing to me is spending time with my kids, not building a business. So that's why I have a full-time W-2 job, and I love it. That's why I will always probably have a W-2 job, at least until my kids get out of high school. Because I would rather prioritize my time being a dad with them than my time solving business problems. That's why I want to be W-2. Again, it's your choice how you live your life. So that's our MRR P&L overview. Not doing good. Negative $81 profit last year or last month. Sad days. Hopefully this month is better. All right. So our annual run rate, that's based on that $298 or whatever metric. We just take that, multiply it by 12, and it is built up of 5 clients paying $27 a month and 1 client paying $150 a month. So that's how it's built up currently. So this is the year to date compared to last year to date. So you can see 2024 on this side. We've got 2023 on this side. Last year we were at 536. This year we're at 204. So it has gone down. That's life. That's business. So product updates. I think what we do is really cool. So first thing is it's an RFID business card. So this card, when you pull it up to a phone, so here's mine. When I take this and hold it up to a phone, let's see if it shows it. You can click that button down there. Let me unlock it. And it opens up. Oh, you can't see it. It's too white. It opens up my blog. So this card lets me direct everyone I meet exactly where I want them to be. And that's how it's designed. So we're giving everybody an RFID access card. It's got your name, the founder number, when you said, hey, I want to be a part of this. And then the date that you first signed up as a part of this. Again, you can never go back in time. So once you have that founder number, no one else will ever get that number. Part of the production updates we're working on this year, we want to build out my goal is to build out a better instruction manual for how this all works, how to use your RFID card and what to do with it. Next is the annual Christmas ornament box. This was the 2023 Christmas ornament. Every year it's going to be a picture frame. I believe the most important thing to happen in anyone's life cannot be told to you by a company. It is something you hold in your heart. So that's why it's always a picture frame. Last year, I used the company, told them what I wanted. They went ham. It was awesome, but it really wasn't sized to any standard picture sizes. So this year, we're going to do a standard picture frame size for the ornament, and we're shipping out the ornaments in December. So you can expect the 2024 ornament in December. Next, every subscriber gets an owner's manual. How does this system work? So owner's manual looks like this, and it has the articles of incorporation, it has the bylaws, it has everything that you need to know to understand what it is we're doing here at America's Holding Company. This year, we're planning on building out the National Tax Strategy Education Program manual and adding that to the owner's manual as well. So you can see, because America's Holding Company is designed to be done for you tax strategy. You get involved, you live your life, you're part of our stuff, plus everything else you do. That's how it's designed. So next, everybody gets a USA Made in America flag. They get a silver collectible coin. So these coins you get for different reasons depending on what happens in your life as you go through life. So it's 1 troy ounce, and production's going to start once we're in a financial place where we can order them and get that all coming. Now, one of the reasons someone would want to be a subscriber on the annual Christmas ornament subscription box is if any of these events happen while you're a subscriber, they can invest $100 and get more equity, more shares of ownership in America's Holding Company for that event. I call these the future of society investment opportunities because over the next 50 years, see, I look in terms of decades and centuries. In the next 50 years, in the next 100 years, the most important thing that people do today is doing great. Thank you. The most important thing they do today is get married, increase their education, have babies, help other people throughout life. And so our goal is to celebrate and mourn those milestones with you. For example, death of a child, incredibly painful. We should be taking care of each other when they're going through something like this. And that's the goal behind America's Holding Company. If people want to be on our team, this is how we take care of the people on our team. So next updates are the National Tax Strategy Education Program. So the weekly podcast is starting. How do I know that? Because I'm doing this live right here, right now. This is the weekly National Tax Strategy Education Program. It'll get better. All right. So when people subscribe to the National Tax Strategy Education Program, they're subscribing to this podcast and production of it. They're also subscribing to hire me, Justin Stevens, as the HR Water Boy. The HR Water Boy is responsible for producing the National Tax Strategy Education Program. They're also responsible for maintaining the stock ledger of America's Holding Company and making sure every single employee within the subscribing organization is getting ownership of our system as we're moving forward. So depending, there's 5 different levels. You can't really see it. There's 5 different levels in the National Tax Strategy Education Program. Ranges from a monthly subscription of $150 a month to $2,000 a month. The level determines how much ownership every single W-2 employee gets out of the system, regardless of their role, regardless of full-time or part-time. Our goal is to take care of the people that help us be successful throughout time. No one does it alone. No one bootstraps anything unless you get dropped off in Africa or Alaska naked and build a house from scratch. You're not bootstrapping it. You're using every resource you have access to, which is a lot of other people who have paved roads, done the milling, done all the work to get you the resources you need. So next, I am the chairman of the board. This has been my idea, what I'm trying to bring to life. I have not been able to really explain it to anyone in a way to get buy-in to join me. Hence one of the reasons I'm doing these lives now. So it is designed to have 8 board of directors. Each board of director will get 2% of the Class A ownership in America's Holding Company. So there's 3 classes of ownership in America's Holding Company, A, B, and C, all designed to do different things. Class A has super voting rights, so they vote at a rate of 30-1, and it is their job to control and maintain the asset. Class B, and so it's designed to be ran by a team of 9 people. The board of directors, or the chairman of the board, and then the 8 board of directors. The chairman of the board is designed to have no control at all. The board of directors will eventually direct me in what to do, how to do it, why to do it. And the only thing the chairman of the board can ultimately do is sign off if they agree. Will this change? Probably, but that's how I envision it now. So the Class B shares, these shares vote at a rate of 5 votes per 1 share. This is 51% of the organization. Class A shares are 19% of the organization. Class B shares are 51% of the organization. The only way to get Class B shares is to be working with a company that is subscribed to America's Holding Company National Tax Strategy Education Program. That's the only way to get Class B shares. And you can only sell them back to America's Holding Company. Think of this like an ESOP. I've modeled everything I'm doing after an ESOP. ESOP stands for Employee Stock Ownership Plan, and it is how organizations manage their ownership, right? The goal is to make it so anyone can earn ownership in America's holding company and sell it back to America's holding company. And America's holding company becomes this machine to help us each throughout life. 30% of the company is Class C shares. The Class C shares you can only get through subscribing to the annual Christmas ornament subscription program and having those life events happen, or buying them on the open public market. My goal is to go do an IPO for the Class C shares. Class A and B will not be publicly traded, but I would like to figure out a way to have Class C as a publicly traded company so that we're trading them throughout life as we go. Currently, our bank account balance is $418 in the company. The last 5 Class C transactions were all investing in your future welcome contracts. What that means is people pay $100 as a setup fee when they sign up for the annual Christmas ornament subscription program. Part of what they get for that setup fee is 100 Class C shares of America's holding company. It is our investment in your future, helping us grow this, helping build our companies and build our teams. We want to help you too. So that's what we call the investment in your future welcome contract. So with all of that said, here are the Class C share repurchase options. So anyone who has Class C shares, I have cash to buy 5 shares at $26 per share currently. America's holding company has cash to buy 16 shares at $25 per share. So if you would like to sell any Class C shares, reach out to me. We can figure out the best way to accommodate that. And then for the Class B owner financed examples, so again, you can only sell your Class B shares to America's holding company, and you can finance them over time. The goal is you finance things to build a recurring income stream to manage your life. Maybe you had medical events and need some consistent income to pay the bill, or maybe you want to buy a boat or a car. Who knows? But that is how this is designed. So you can see the Class C share price at this moment in time is $25 per share. If someone was selling 100 Class B shares, they could get $2,500 one-time payment, or they can owner finance it over time. The longer they owner finance it, the more value they get out of it. So you can see over on the left side, the total amount they get goes from $2,500 up to $7,500. But the reason this works is because now, as an organization, we only pay out $31 per month over 240 months, right? So it's about making choices. How do you want to use these shares that you can only earn through investing time working with us over your life? So this is on the National Tax Strategy Education Program. This is how you earn shares. So if you're working in a company, I am a subscriber at the $150 a month level. The sign-on bonus is 10 Class B shares for every employee in the organization, and then 2 shares per year multiplied by the number of years involved. So here you can see if someone went for 10 years, worked at a company that was subscribed for 10 years, they would earn over that 10 years 120 Class B shares. So not a ton, but they're earning more for the time they're investing anyway. Now, if it was a level 5 company, the sign-on bonus is 80 Class B shares per year, and then it's 18 shares per year multiplied by the number of shares or number of years they've been employed. So here you can see if someone spends 10 years in a level 5 company, they've earned 1,070 shares. So where you invest your time and the team you invest your time with is the most important decision you will make each and every day. And that's what we're trying to capture here with America's Holding Company, because it's all about the longevity of that decision, right? If you're moving jobs every 2-3 years, yeah, you'll earn a little here and there, but your multiple will never be climbing. And the goal is to get to where your multiple is climbing so that you can take better advantage of it. So here are our team partners. My main W-2 job, Gerald Nelson with Kitech. Really appreciate the partnership. Love being on the team. I'm working on transitioning to a Go high level agency called Red Letter Hosting that will manage my blog and all the AI and everything we're building into it. Eventually, Brandon Freeman with Flying Fedora will be producing this show, this podcast. Rhonda with Beacon Design is who designed our ornaments, manufactured them, and everything. If you would like to do a Christmas ornament of your own, I would highly recommend Beacon Design. They're amazing. Chris Burka with Frontline Flags. That's where I'm buying all the American flags that are part of what we do. And then Jason with Coin USA is manufacturing all of the silver coins that people get as a part of what we're doing. So then on my team, Kyle Wilcox, one family member of ours, friend of ours. I'm working to turn him into my executive assistant, and Rosie is my virtual assistant. She'll be helping me create or not create, but produce all the content we're creating. And then team needs. Right now, I need to find a banker who understands that this is a 40-year mission. It's going to take some time. There's going to be changes, and they want to be a part of it. I would like someone who really understands the banking world and can help us with funding throughout this journey. My goal is to find a CEO who has experience raising funds, running a holding company and an investment firm, and to empower them to lead us. I've never done any of this, you guys. This is an idea. Can I do it eventually? Heck yeah. But we can do it way faster if we just give up control. In a perfect world, I would love to give everything I've designed to Vivek and let him run it. He's already built billion-dollar companies, way smarter than me, already in politics, trying to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. I see myself as a supporting player for that vision, that dream. And then I need a CFO, a financial advisor, to come be a part of this, who sees what we're doing and where we're going. So those are the team needs currently, and this is my idea. This is what I'm trying to get better at explaining and walking people through and showing them how this system works. So I want to say thank you guys for taking the time joining me on my first live stream, officially going over all of this. And if you have questions, if you need help, anything like that, I'd be happy to help. You just got to reach out and let me know. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll